How to use Zoom, free video conferencing, and virtual meetings. Hello everyone and welcome back. If you're trying to organize your virtual meetings and you don't know where to get started, this video is for you because I'm going to break it down step by step, all the different features of Zoom and how you can improve your productivity with Zoom. So let's jump right in. Now, Zoom is not just an application where you get a link and you join the meeting. Instead, Zoom offers many different things. It allows you to do video conferencing, team chatting, and you have a cloud-based phone system. They also have documentation, whiteboards, and clips that can help you in organizing your tasks with workflow automation. They also have spaces for in-person and hybrid meetings that are rooms. They have workspace reservations, digital signage, and visitor management. So let's jump right into creating our account on Zoom. To get started, simply go into zoom.com and then click on sign up for free. Once you click on sign up for free, you're going to sign up for Zoom. Starting off by entering your birth year, you're going to continue. Then you're going to enter your email address. Now, if you want a very quick sign up, you can always opt in for a SSO, Apple, Google, Facebook, or Microsoft login. Click on continue over here. Once you click on continue, you're going to open up your Gmail or whatever email address that you entered. And you're going to verify that it is actually your own address to prevent anyone from stealing your email address. So I've opened up my email address and this is the code you will receive. Your numbers are going to be different, but you're going to copy those and enter them over here. Click on verify and then your first and last name will be entered. If you want to change it, you can do so as well. And then you're going to create a suitable password. Once you've created your password, click on continue. Now you have two options. You can choose to opt for the Workplace Pro of Zoom, but we want to use our basic version. So just click on Take Me to My Basic Account to proceed with the completely free version of Zoom. There's no need to necessarily upgrade Zoom unless you're doing super work-related professional calls, but even then you don't need to upgrade. Now, this is what your dashboard is first going to look like. You have a home section, and then you can go into meetings on the left. Once you go into meetings, you will see any upcoming meetings. Obviously, when you've just joined Zoom, you are not going to have any upcoming meetings. But if you do have some upcoming meetings, you can schedule them. Now, this includes a personal meeting as well as online meetings. So if you click on the left arrow button on the schedule a meeting button, you can schedule them from Google or Microsoft as well. Or just click on schedule a meeting to regularly schedule your meeting. Let's say I want to schedule a one-on-one with a certain client. Let's say this is going to be my Logitech update meeting, and then I'm going to select the date that the meeting is on. After that, I'm going to be selecting the time. So let's say it is going to be at 1 p.m. And then after that, I'm going to choose the duration. Now, on the free version of Zoom, you can only have upwards of 40 minutes of one meeting. You can choose to restart the meeting in the form of a new link whenever you are going to exceed the 40-minute time period. So if you think that a meeting is going to be 2 hours, just schedule it in 40-minute intervals to ensure that everyone is on the same pace. For me, this meeting is 40 minutes. After that, you're going to select your time zone. Then you can choose if this is a recurring meeting. If you and your team have a weekly update meeting, you can set it up as a recurring meeting. Recurring meetings can be based upon daily, weekly, monthly, or on any specific occurrence. So if there's no fixed time, you can just choose to meet any time for that meeting. Now, this is not a recurring meeting, so I'm not going to take this option. And then you're going to invite your invitees. So whatever is the email address for those people that are supposed to be joining you for this meeting, you add them here. And then you have two options. You have your personal meeting ID, or you can generate it automatically. I prefer the automated one, but if you want, you can proceed with your personal meeting ID. You can choose to create a waiting room where only users that are going to be admitted within the meeting by you are going to be able to join. This ensures that whenever a large meeting is being conducted, let's say 30 people were invited, but you want to ensure that only those relevant people are joining. If you're hosting a paid conference or webinar. So you can set up a passcode as well, or you can set up your own waiting rooms. This ensures that whenever you are having a paid meeting or creating some type of conference, not people that have not paid or that are actually not invited don't just get the link from someone else and try to join the meeting. I'm going to be using the automated template. And then after that, you can choose if you want to add a whiteboard. If you know there's going to be a lot of brainstorming within your session, or you need things like Agile, Scrum, mapping, diagramming, icebreakers, strategy and planning, sports and games, digital signage, friends and family. So you have several different types of templates available that are going to help you in getting started with visually showing the information. So I want to create a simple design and research one, and we have several different styles here. I am just going to be using something that's not too much. Maybe I just want to go with meeting notes and then click on use template. And then on the bottom, you will also see the permission levels. So who should be able to view this particular template? So I'm going to go with viewer and then click on add to event. Then after that, I can also add any documents that I want to attach to this meeting, and then enable continuous meeting chat. Now, if you're hosting a webinar where you're supposed to teach people, then you can turn off meeting chat. But if you want people to be able to converse during the meeting, you can turn this on. Then you're going to choose the video. So let's say I'm turning off video, then it's going to be off for both the host and participant, but if I only want it to be on for me, then I turn it on for my host section. And below that, you can choose to select sign language interpretation video channel below, and you can assign interpreters at any time. So if you have any sign language interpreters that are going to be on the meeting, you can add them here. Then after that, you also have options to allow the participants to join at any time, mute participants upon entry, automatically record the meeting on the local computer that you're hosting it on, or approve or block entry from specific regions. So if you know that all of the participants within your meeting are meant to be from Canada, then you can approve all entries from Canada and then leave everyone else. This ensures that no third party is able to join your meetings. Then click on save, and just like so, your meeting has now been scheduled. And that is how you can get started with free video conferencing on Zoom. Now, this is just one section. When you have started using your meeting section, you will find any of your meeting recordings under the recordings tab. So if you click on recordings on the left, this will show you any recordings that you have done for your meetings. You also have whiteboards that you can utilize even when you're not using a meeting. So you have a general Zoom whiteboard. And then after that, you even have tasks which help you in staying organized, where you can add and simplify your meetings into action tasks as you go. If you want to instantaneously host a meeting right away or join a meeting, you can simply click on your top right within your Zoom dashboard and click on join. Enter the address of the meeting that you're looking to join and join. Or if you want to host a meeting right now, click on host and then click on host with video on, off, or screen share only. Let's say I want to host without screen share, and then I can open the Zoom application or directly click on join from your browser. And then I can proceed with hosting my meeting from my browser on Zoom. Now, this comes down to personal preference if you want to use the Zoom application or just use the web browser version. I'm going to continue and use my microphone, and just like so, this is my Zoom meeting. And if I click on more on the bottom right, I have the ability to join my audio computer, click on settings, and then I can proceed with my general about, and I can share this meeting link as well. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.